Hey guys, welcome to Marlo World, and unfortunately, my first video has to be on R.Kelly. I wasn't gonna cover this story, but I had a few friends who wanted me to cover this story, so let's jump right into it. Here it goes. Okay, so after watching the documentary, I must say I was completely disgusted. I mean, it was so many things going on that I would have never thought I would have had to witness or see or hear or anything like that. But I mean, clearly the whole family has problems. I mean, from the brother Carrie, Bruce, R. Kelly, there was they got issues. I mean, after seeing that Carrie was molested by the sister, R. Kelly was molested by the sister. And it was crazy because when Carrie went to R. Kelly about being molested by the sister, R. Kelly told him he was lying, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I had to write down some notes because I didn't want to forget nothing. But here we go. Okay. So the younger brother Carrie was molested by the sister, so was R. Kelly. And there was R. Kelly was molested from the age of 7 up to 13 or 14. Even in high school, the older lady, if anybody watched the documentary, which I'm sure most of y'all have, the older lady, Miss Lena, his music teacher, she said, and I know that lady know a lot. She may not be sharing a lot, but I know that lady know a lot. For one, she's older. She acted as a mother to him, and she seen him every day at school, and music school, and even she said, even him being in high school, she used to get on him about his lyrics to his music. She said it was very aggressive, that was very sexual, and that was very inappropriate. You know what I'm saying? And she used to get on to him about the music that he was writing. So we clearly already know, early on, before he even became who he is today, he was a little nasty. But anyway, okay, so the little girl, Javante, his little backup dancer, she met him through her friend Tiffany. And I mean, even they stated, they seen girls being bent over in the studio, him having sex and stuff. My thing is, when y'all seen this from the beginning, being kids and not being exposed to that type of stuff, y'all should have knew something was wrong from the beginning, and y'all should have got gone. Y'all should have left. You know what I'm saying? Like, for y'all being so young and seeing something so graphic and nasty, y'all should have been like, okay, this ain't right. I'm not used to this. Something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should have been going, even if y'all didn't tell nobody, y'all should have been like, okay, this ain't right. Let me go. Apparently, that ain't what y'all did. Y'all stayed. Y'all seen more and still stayed. I don't blame the brother Carrie, after the video had surfaced about R. Kelly, when he was pissing and can on these little girls, when the video came about, I don't blame Carrie, his brother, because he spoke out. Because R. Kelly didn't say it himself, but his attorneys had said that it could have been his brother Carrie because they resembled each other because they was brothers. I don't blame Carrie for speaking out and saying, hell no, that wasn't me. I don't blame him. Because if it was me, and one of my brothers had said, oh, that was Marlon or Marlo. No, that ain't me, baby. Now, I may not say, oh, that's him, but that ain't me. I don't like little girls, period. That ain't me. So I don't blame Carrie. And then my thing was, if it wasn't R. Kelly in that video, hypothetically speaking, and he didn't feel like he did nothing wrong, why was you trying to pay your brother to do a deposition with your lawyers and he offered to pay him $100,000 and offer him a record deal to do a single. Carey could have been rich by now. If his single would have took off with the $100,000 plus his single, if it would have been a hit, he could have been rich. He turned it down. And I do not blame him, because when it comes to having some respect for yourself, having some type of dignity, and standing for something or falling for anything, I understand why he did not take that money. Because if it was me, I mean, a lot of people would be like, oh yeah, he's stupid, he should have took the deal. No, because that man have some type of dignity about himself, and he understood that the situation that was at hand was some disgusting type of stuff. So I don't blame him for not taking the deal. However, the whole Aaliyah thing. Yes, I understand a lot of people don't want to touch on Aaliyah because they feel like she's deceased and she can't speak for herself, blah, 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 blah. However, with the Aaliyah stuff, you know, when him marrying Aaliyah at 15 and he was 27, you know. Now, I must say, I knew of R.Kelly and I know his music, but I never really followed him like that, you know. And I didn't know a lot of information about him, you know, besides like his little hits that he put out there. Everybody know, you know. But Aaliyah being 15, him being 27, married in 1994, that should have let y'all know something right there. Hold on, because that should have let y'all know something then. The man was nasty. Aaliyah was 15, he was 27. That's nasty. That is nasty. Very nasty. You know? And I mean, even when the people caught, they said when they was on the tour bus, the door swung wide open, they seen R. Kelly and Aaliyah. R. Kelly was beating it up. Okay. So, with that being said, it was witnesses, they seen it or whatever. Immediately after, well, I would say immediately after, you know, I'm assuming that he probably he knew he probably had got her pregnant or whatever, or he probably assumed he got her pregnant. But anyway, so he got married to her. Now the man, I think his name Demetrius, the former tour manager, road manager / assistant, he came out and spoke about it. He said R. Kelly came to him and he had told him that he made a mistake or whatever, or he needed some help or whatever like that, he said. So he ended up marrying Aaliyah. At Aaliyah 15, he 27. So the man admitted that he forged some papers to say Aaliyah was 18. Me personally, I wouldn't be on no documentary that the whole world could see saying that I forged some papers. I mean, that's just me. I ain't finna be on no TV saying I forged no papers. So, I mean, considering the fact that they could come back and lock your ass up for forgery, I think the man telling the truth. However, not negating the fact that after 2 months, the marriage was annulled after 2 months. I'm feeling like Aaliyah knew it wasn't right. She probably was creeped out. She probably thinking what her parents gonna think, what her mama, her daddy gonna say. Probably thinking they're gonna whoop that ass. You know, I don't know. But then he paid Aaliyah $100 for her agreement to not pursue legal action. So to me, why would Aaliyah be pursuing legal action if the sex, and she agreed to have sex with him, and she agreed to the wedding, to marriage, whatever. So my thing was, I feel like if you paying somebody for their agreement to not pursue legal action, apparently she didn't agree to what was going on. Period. Spirits. She didn't agree to it. in my B. Simone voice. She didn't agree to it. Baby girl, she didn't want to do it. Period. Spirits. Anyway, on a serious note, okay. So, Lizette Martinez. Lord. Lizette. He just messed Lizette all the way up. Poor thing. Now, Lizette, being Hispanic, I feel like she had the option to get just a little bit more revenge than the rest of these girls. Because one thing, y'all know them Hispanics, they stick together. You hear me? And I'm quite sure Lizette had plenty of brothers, uncles, cousins, male brothers, uncles, cousins, that she should have had to whoop that ass. Period. Like, I mean, I know he got money, I know he got bodyguards and stuff like that, but you know where he stay, you know where he be, you know his vulnerable moments where you could have caught him slipping, and he should have been beat up. Because he sent Lizette through some hell. Now, Lizette said that she didn't know he was married until maybe like after him being married for a year. She even got pregnant, you know, and she said she lost the baby days later, which I could imagine so, because a lot of stress, you know what I'm saying, just going on from the documentary, from hearing about what they was doing, and going through from being with him, I could see a lot of stress, you know what I'm saying, probably caused to lose the baby. Okay, so my thing is, him giving that girl mononucleosis just had her all messed up. And it ain't funny. It really ain't. But, I mean, my thing is, get a girl mononucleosis. Now, mononucleosis, if y'all look it up or whatever, you will understand that it is transmitted through saliva, you know. And it's normally caused through a virus, a herpes virus, you know. So she should have known then. He ain't right. He ain't right. But anyway, so she must have had it for a minute and didn't know, because out of all the research I did about mononucleosis, I mean, I never seen it saying that it paralyzes you, but I'm assuming just like with any STD, okay, like if you have it for so long, after a while, you know, your symptoms and your conditions, they get worse if it's not treated. So I'm assuming that she must have had it for a while, and it led up to her being hospitalized and paralyzed and almost losing her life, which was messed up. And my thing is, all these girls saying they're catching all this stuff from R.Kelly, like, why ain't y'all locking this nigga up? Because if it was me, you know, he clearly know he got herpes. I mean, that's just not something you can say, oh, I ain't know I had. I mean, one day you fine, and then the next day you wake up, and your little wee-wee, it look like a Nestle Crunch. You know you got herpes. Like, I mean, that's just something that you ain't gonna tell me that you didn't know that you had, period. Nevertheless, she was hospitalized, called him and let her know what was going on. You think he showed up to the hospital, baby? No, he did not show up to that hospital, baby. And he had the audacity to give her mama $1,000. So you mean to tell me my daughter is hospitalized, paralyzed, as she's claimed, and you sending me $1,000? Like, you think my baby worth $1,000? I guess back then $1,000 was a lot of money, but baby, $1,000 today, that ain't nothing. But, I mean, he had these girls so, and these clinical psychologists that they had on the documentary, all of them was pretty much saying the same thing. I mean, as far as him having these girls calling him daddy, and I mean, at this point, you're supposed to be a father. Be a daddy to them children that you got. Be a daddy to them children that you got. I mean, you got 3 children that's calling you daddy. You don't need no more. You don't need no more people calling you daddy. For what? And I wouldn't even want to associate my kids calling me daddy with some bras calling me daddy like that. Even combining the two is just nasty. Like I wouldn't even feel right if I had kids calling me daddy, and then I had people I was intimate with calling me daddy like that. It's nasty to me. I mean, y'all may feel differently, but that's my personal opinion. Let me feel how I want to feel. Let me feel how I want to feel. But to me, it's just disgusting. It's nasty. I mean, even as far as like the little girl, Lisa Allen. I mean, these little young girls, she met him when she was 17. She eventually, going back and forth to Chicago and stuff, she eventually moved with him. She even say how like she was on the bus, she had to stay on the bus. He was shooting scenes and videos and stuff, music videos. In between scenes, he'd be coming to the bus to have sex with her. Like, first of all, I ain't trying to be funny, but where was he getting all this stamina from? I mean, was he going to the local BP getting a Blue Rhino or some Viagra or something? Because me being a male, like, where was you getting all this stamina from? For one, like, you already just weird to me. Cause where was you getting all this stamina from? And I mean, I know it's a such thing as high sex drives and everything like that, but I mean, for you to be doing all this all day, throughout the day, each scene and this and that, where was you getting all this stamina from? Like, I mean, was you drinking coconut milk? I mean, eating oysters or something? I digress. But anyway, moving right along. Okay, now sparkles. Sparkle. I need a moment of silence for Sparkle. Now, I must say I got mixed emotions about you, Sparkle. I got mixed emotions about you. Sparkle, a.k.a. Ratchet Bangs. Now, you need to be charged for them bangs you had. Them blind bangs on that documentary, you need to be charged for that. Now, I know you know that documentary was coming up. You should have had somebody come style your head or put you on old nasty lace front. But them bangs and that little thing you had twirled up at the top, that wouldn't even cute, Sparkle. Now, you need to be charged to go wash that shit out your head. But anyway, Sparkles, I got a lot of mixed emotions about Sparkle. At first, before I got to the last episode, I felt like, Sparkle, you should have been in jail. I feel like you should have been in jail because you introduced your niece. You introduced your niece to R.Kelly. And my thing is, you've been rocking with R.Kelly for a long time, so you've been in R.Kelly house. I mean, you seen how R.Kelly was treating his wife. I mean, you on the road, R.Kelly, you seen how he having sex with all these little girls. Like, I mean, so you know the type of man that he is. I can't even say was. You know the type of man that he is. So, yes, kudos to you that you didn't allow him to manipulate you and do anything to you. Well, as far as we know. Because we don't know what happened with you and R.Kelly. Sparkle. Anyway, we just know what you tell us. Sips tea. We just know what you tell us. We don't know if something really happened with you and R.Kelly too now. So we ain't gonna let you off the hook. But anyway, I fought you for your niece. Because if you would have never introduced your niece to R.Kelly, that little girl would have never been on no sex video getting peed on. Getting peed on. She would have never been in that video getting peed on. Now, if you never introduced her to him, now I understand that that's your family member and you feel like maybe he could have put her on because she was a good rapper. She was a phenomenal rapper as you claim, Sparkle. I understand that. Now I do, after watching the videos, the episodes on Lifetime, I did understand you saying that you was with her. By you knowing that the man you was with her every time she was there. And you said you kept a close eye on her. And you kept a close eye on her because you know that R. Kelly was a little freak. A nasty, perverted, pedophile freak. You knew he was. That's why you kept your eye on him. However, I know a lot of people, the reason why I say I got mixed emotions with you, Sparkle, because I feel like you shouldn't have introduced him, your niece to him. However, and I'm recording this live, y'all, because I wanted y'all to get my full emotions on this. And yes, I do got my notes and everything, but I'm not even going to edit this video. I'm not even going to go back and take parts out or none of that, because I wanted you to get my full take and my full emotions off of this. And I feel like the people who express themselves on this type of subject that had to go back and edit and take things out, no, let your feelings flow. Like the river, let it flow. Because the way I'm feeling is how I'm feeling. I don't got to edit how I feel, period. At all. But the reason why I say I got mixed emotions with you, Sparkle, is because she did admit that she feel like she should have never introduced her niece to him. And I feel the same way. However, my mixed emotions came in where she said, and if this is true, but going off of what she said she started seeing her niece being in the studio with him by herself, unbeknownst to her. So she would ask her niece how you got there. Her niece would be saying, I got dropped off. That's when I got to slide Sparkle ass out the way. Now I want to talk to your motherfucking niece, mama, and daddy. Niece, I want to talk to your sister, Sparkle. I want to talk to your sister. And your sister boyfriend, her husband. Well, she said brother-in-law, so I'm assuming they're married. So your sister and her husband, I need to speak to y'all. Step up on the stand, please. Why in the hell would you be dropping your daughter off, Sparkle niece? Why would you be dropping your daughter off at some studio with R. Nasty Kelly? I mean, at this point, y'all see what he doing. Y'all see how many cases he got going. And I'm going to get to them cases in a minute because he knows somebody. He knows somebody in them courtrooms, baby. But why would you be dropping your daughter off at 14? To be in the studio, you don't know what's going on. That's a grown man. Y'all see on the news what he got going on. Like, why would you be allowing your daughter to be at this studio with this grown man? And y'all know what he got going on. Y'all know he a pedophile. Period. So I charge y'all. And I feel, and I commend Sparkle. Sparkle, I mean, during the trial, Sparkle was there. You know what I'm saying? She was there, period. And I mean, she even told her brother, you know what I'm saying? But her brother didn't cooperate in the end. And I feel like they was paid off, period. It's sad to say, but they was paid off. Because for you to have your sister, her husband, and your brother to not cooperate in court, and y'all daughter, and for her brother, your niece, and for Sparkle, her niece, this little girl that been getting peed on, just peed on, and molested. You know, I mean, this little girl, 14. You know, this little girl is still supposed to be playing with baby dolls. She's supposed to be baking cookies on her Easy Bake oven. She's supposed to be asking her mama what color beret that she gonna put in my head today. I mean, she 14. I think it was paid off because ain't no way. When the brother got on the stand, Sparkle brother, he said that wasn't her on the video. The mama said that wasn't her. The daddy said that wasn't her. Y'all know R. Kelly. If that's your daughter, like Sparkle said, that's my niece. Immediately when I seen that video, I said, that's my niece. That's her. You're going to know. It don't take no rocket science to see that, especially the mom and the daddy. Once you seen that video, you knew yes or no. Is that my daughter? Yes or no. You knew that was your daughter getting peed on. Just molested and pissy. You knew that was her. You knew that was her. But you chose to let R.Kelly give you a couple coins to keep your mouth closed. And that's fucked up. And I feel like you just as fucked up as R.Kelly, because if you gonna allow this man to pay you off to sacrifice your daughter, pretty much. You sacrifice your daughter to him to get a coin. That's messed up. I feel like you should be charged just as well as R. Kelly should be charged. Moving right along. Okay. In Florida. In this... Florida. I love Florida. Love Florida. But y'all got some effed up laws. I mean, how can you say with these charges on R. Kelly, y'all comeback was the charges was dropped because the photos of Sparkle Neef and the rest of these little girls, because the photos was illegally seized? Are you kidding me? I don't care how you got them pictures, them photos. They nasty, they disgusting, they're illegal. And he's a pedophile. So I don't care how you got the pictures, at this point you have them. So you got these pictures and now you're saying that you can't do nothing to him and you're gonna drop the charges because the photos was illegally seized? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's crazy. That's messed up. Like, I don't understand. That's why I'm saying that he knows somebody in Florida and Chicago in that system. Gotta be. Because ain't no way, even with them accounts with the child pornography, like, I'm not understanding how 21 accounts and they all get dropped and then the juror, I feel like he paid the jurors. I feel like he paid the jurors. Because how you gonna sit up here and tell me? How you gonna sit up here and tell me? The man said he didn't believe the girls. He said he didn't believe them because of the way they talk and because of the way they look. So I gotta look a certain way and I gotta talk a certain way to be a victim? I gotta look a certain way and talk a certain way to be a victim? Anybody could be a victim. A victim don't look a certain way or talk a certain way. Are you kidding me? I'm just speechless. Florida, I mean, you really failed us. This man could have been put away a long time ago. And y'all talking about y'all couldn't do nothing to this man and y'all had to drop the charges because the photos was illegally seized. We need to seize y'all ass. Period. I mean, even with the whole trial, with the trial being delayed 6 years, and I get it. His team, R. Kelly team, made sure that trial was delayed. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Excuse me. Because if a 14-year-old is claiming that they were sexually abused, of course you're going to wait 6 years later. So it'll look better for him if a 20-year-old, 21-year-old is on the stand versus a 14-year-old. Because in your mind, if you're looking at a child on this stand, it's more intense and you can get it a little bit more mentally versus a grown woman now at this point standing on the stand. So they knew exactly what they was doing. They wanted it to look better for him if a grown person was on the stand versus a child. Period. That was the only reason why they did that. And that was messed up. That was very messed up. And I mean, even to the point of him calling himself the Pied Piper. The Pied Piper. If any one of y'all do not know what the Pied Piper is or the meaning of Pied Piper, I want y'all to go do y'all research and look at this movie. Like, look at this movie. And I'm gonna give y'all a quick summary of the Pied Piper. Okay, the Pied Piper is like this old movie. It was these people, they had some rats that came, just pretty much took over to like the little town or whatever. And so this man, he was like supposed to be like this rat whisperer. And he came and he had this flute, you know, flute that you, music, okay? Flute make music. So he came, he was able to attract the rats with his flute. And pretty much he cleared the town, you know, and something happened. The people was talking about him. He came back, so he played his flute, and he brought the rats back because they was talking mess. So then he played his flute, you know, to steal these people kids, boys and girls. So the Pied Piper, he used to lure kids with music, 12 play, bump and grind, ignition. I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. Luring the kids with music. Pied Piper. This man all these years, been telling y'all what he been doing and making money with it at the same time. This man been telling y'all what he been doing for years in his music. Been telling y'all. And I know I'm all over the place with this story, but I'm all over the place in my mind with this story because it's foolishness. It's nasty. It just mess you up. This man been telling y'all all these years what he been doing in his music, and y'all been buying his music, y'all been supporting this man. I never bought one CD. I ain't gonna sit up here and say I never listened to his music. Y'all listen to his music, but he never got not one coin from me. Not a penny. Penny. Never got one from me. And I'm not discrediting the people that have supported him in the past. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't never got one penny from me. I never supported him. Not once. Period. Never got a penny. Not from me. But this man been telling y'all what he been doing in his music. Been telling y'all. And if y'all go, and I can't think of the girl name who wrote the book, well, because there's more than one who wrote books since all this mess been going on. But one of the girls in his books, you know what I'm saying, she was saying about all the stuff he did to her. And I mean, I feel bad for the girl in one of the books because he had so much control over this girl. You know, even with them being in contact with their families. Like this one girl, she said, you know, because she was raised by her grandmother, and at one point she did leave him. And it was like, I think maybe like a couple months, and he showed up at her grandmother's house. And she ended up falling weak for him again and going back. So when she went back, while she was away, you know, he cut off all their contact with their families. If you notice, with all of them. So sad to say, her grandmother ended up passing away. She didn't even know, but he knew. You's a nasty. You need your ass whooped. R.Kelly need his ass whooped. You mean to tell me you let this girl grandmother pass away and you didn't even tell her because you wanted to satisfy your disgusting sexual needs? I'm just gonna leave that alone because that just pissed me off. Like, it just pissed me off. Anyway, now let's talk a little bit about Katie. Well, Kitty. I'm sorry, Kitty. Kitty, she wrote a book too, and my thing is, Kitty, I got a problem with you because I know with these other girls, he was luring them in, making them think that they was gonna have like, he was gonna make them stars, make them famous, make them rich, blah 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 blah. And some of them, they were just a huge fan of R. Kelly, and so that's why they went. But for you, Kitty, well, first I'm mad at you about the chip white nail polish you had on that documentary. Y'all really disappointed me on that documentary. Y'all could have looked better than that. That white chip nail polish, girl, I was over that when you first got on the screen. But anyway, with you, Kitty, now you was already, I don't know how much money you was making. I don't know how established you was in that field, but you was clearly a radio personality. You had some going for yourself. You had a career going on. Now, for you to allow this man to sweep you off your feet and you quit your job and move out the state and just leave everybody, I fought you, and you wasn't no child. You wasn't a dog. And the minute you seen, you got this man thinking that you thought that he was you was his only one. Girl, please. You know you wasn't that man only one at all. And then when she said she went through the sex tapes, and one particular sex tape, she seen this particular girl, and she noticed that it was a girl. Well, no, I take that back. Kitty friend called her and mentioned to her about the sex tape. Kitty was upset, and she was mad about the friend bringing it up to her, which you shouldn't have been mad, Kitty. You shouldn't have been mad, Kitty. You should have took your friend's advice, and you need to be glad that your friend told you about it, because if your friend would have never told you about it and put it on your mind, that wouldn't have allowed you to go and do your research on that sex tape, and you wouldn't have seen what you seen. But even though you seen what you seen, you still stayed with your dumb ass. However, and you need to be apologizing to your friend, Kitty. You need to be apologizing to your friend, Kitty. Because if you weren't for your friend, you would have never did that research and seen what you seen. However, but you still stayed with your dumb ass. But the girl you seen on the video, on the sex tape, you clearly had seen it. It was a girl that he had introduced you to recently. And you called and asked this man, you asked R. Kelly, called and asked R. Kelly about it. R. Kelly cussed you out. Then told you don't be questioning him or none of that. Then he whooped your ass, Kitty. You should have left then, Kitty. Your name Kitty, but you ain't no kitten. You don't got 9 lives. You only got one. One. You should have left. Then you should have left. But you stayed. And I don't understand why. I understand being with somebody for a long period of time, and you got feelings for them, and you falling for them, and you so deeply in love, and a lot of times they can do things to you, and you will still stay. But a lot of y'all was seeing how this man was in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was seeing how this man was in the beginning. You should have left. At this point, you ain't got no feelings invested and all of this stuff invested, and he the one with the coins. Y'all the one moving out of state, leaving your mama, leaving your daddy, leaving your dog to move to Chicago, move to Atlanta, move to in all these places. Well, to each his own, but to me, R. Kelly is not that guy. Face-wise, body-wise, he's not that guy. I mean, he may have a little coin,